So, tough luck on today's result and two straight losses.
Yeah, I think it's very tricky. I think obviously in such a short format, losing the first two games is quite hard to come back from that. But I think we showed some positivity today. Obviously, we got quite close to chasing 180, but wasn't to be today. But I think it's a big learning curve for obviously batting. We haven't really performed to our standards yet, but hopefully we've got a few more games to put that right.
Talking about Champions Trophy and England's exit, how do you look at it? And do you think there will be some changes at the top?
I think obviously it's obviously a day after the England got beat. I think obviously there's going to be a lot of heads going down, especially in England, and because we were expecting some big challenges from them. Obviously it wasn't to be, but fair play to Afghanistan yesterday. Adam played unbelievably well. Obviously we couldn't chase it down, but I think talking of changes, I think only time will tell. My opinion, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I think all in all, I think there will be something happening.
And there is so much noise about India playing at only one venue and others have to go to Dubai. How do you look at it? Is it?
Well, I think you look at it from the outside, and obviously you don't want to get too much into it, but I think for everyone wants to see India Pakistan. So what they had to do is try and make it work, and fair play, they've made it work. India's always going to play in Dubai, and fair play, and pitches might be slightly different, but the bottom line is you've got to win every game you can. It doesn't matter what the pitches are or if it's any advantage or anything along those lines, but I think it's a case of you've just got to go with what's happening.
There's news about Ben Stokes wanting to focus only on Test cricket and stay away from the white ball format. What is your how do you look at it?
I think if you look at Ben Stokes' the last year and a half, he's had quite a lot of injuries. Obviously, he did all the big franchise stuff. He's played a lot of England. I think bowling perspective, I think he's got quite a few injuries, and I think his body can't take that much anymore. But I think that's brilliant for Ben, because good friends with him, and I think for him and for England cricket to have him on the Test side is a great thing for England.
And how has wicket keeping changed over years? It's earlier it used to be a specialist position, but now it's spoken on par with all-rounders' abilities, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you go back 10, 15 years ago where there was just wicket keepers. They didn't have to bat them. They were just a wicket keeper, and that's what you did. But obviously since 2008 IPL and everything else, and Adam Gilchrist from Australia started the whole batting keeper trend to set up your team in a great manner. And obviously everyone looks at strike rates now. If you can strike the ball at 150, 200, and you can get by with the gloves in T20 cricket, then that's what people want to see now. And obviously, wicketkeeper takes a little bit of a back step, but if you look at most wicketkeepers, they're all in the top order of batters, and that's just the way the nature is now. You've got to be able to bat. You can't just be a keeper anymore, or you've got to do both properly. But it's a massive change in culture for every team now, because then you play an extra spinner or an extra seamer or an extra batter if you put your keeper up top. So it's changed the game from early 2008 to where it is now. It's changed the game massively.
You mentioned Adam Gilchrist, and when you came into the England setup, comparisons were made of you with Adam Gilchrist. How did you handle that? Did that put pressure on you? And could you have played more if the comparisons were?
I think obviously it was Shane Warne who came out about it's almost as a bit of an Adam Gilchrist at the time. If you speak to people, and people thought I was probably a little bit far forward than what the game was, because I played quite aggressive when I was back in the day, and obviously T20 didn't come until 2008, but IPL came in 2008. So obviously when you get told that you could be the next Adam Gilchrist, you just tap on your shoulder and you enjoy it. But obviously at the time when all that was happening, Matt Pryor was a very good wicketkeeper. Well, he was more of a batter than a keeper. So I was always behind Matt Pryor, whatever I did. He was always 1 year ahead of me 1 year. But obviously I represented England. I was very proud to play England, and I just had to take it on the chin and move on.
And finally, the best wicketkeeper batsman going around today?
Oh, Yeah, it's a very good question. I don't really know, to be honest. There's so many of them out there now. And, they're all good now. All wicketkeepers are unbelievable. They bat them. All of them are very, very good.
Thank you.